We are going to make a half circle skirt for this dress, and for the half circle you measure how long you're going to have the circle or how long you're going to have the dress. So my friend wanted a long dress and we still have to have space here for the waist, so that's why I'm holding it up here, and I just see where it touches the ground, and then that is my half circle skirt to start with. Then I fold it together like this, and let's go this way. And now I've got 4 layers, so now I fold it back on itself, and there's now 8 layers of fabric, and we're going to cut from here. Make sure it meets up over there and just shake it out. Go. And we're going to start cutting over there, and then as you cut, you start here and you basically use this as your guide. It's just the part of the selvage that you're going to use as your guide, and you keep your finger up at the top. So I hold it there when I fold it a little bit, and then we're going to keep on cutting. And this doesn't give you a perfect circle at the bottom. It's a bit wobbly, but you are going to cut the hem straight afterwards, so it's not a problem. And it just makes it so much easier to make a circle or a half circle skirt without spending hours measuring. Because I don't know about you, but for me, that measuring makes me question my life choices. Okay. Oh, my poor hand doesn't like cutting for so many things. But look, we have a half circle skirt. And then for the top part, I'm going to measure it on my friend. She's quite tiny. And then just cut it so that it fits around her waist. I want it smooth. I don't want any gathers. Over here, I will measure it. It's just 9.5 centimeters where I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to cut there. And we have this part done. And now for the bodice, I will pin it on my friend, but I'm just going to cut the basic. So, yeah, I think this will work. She's not here at the moment, so as soon as she gets here, I'm going to pin it on her and do some draping, and that will be the bodice, and then we'll take it from there. When I drape, I like to sew all the darts in, and then I'm going to put the skirt together so that I can actually fit it on my friend before I do the next step. Because sometimes you drape the bodice, and then when you put the skirt under the bodice, it's actually looking completely different. So when I do a draping process, that's my way of doing it. Okay, my draped bodice is now where I've sewed all the darts in. I just need to fit it. And then I've got the skirt, and I did gathering stitches. It's not going to need a lot of gathering. So what I will do is I just want it to lay flat. But to get even gathers, I pull it in completely. all the way to the middle. Okay, so it's all gathered now. And then I open it up. Because when you do this, it still have a little bit of gathers, but it looks smooth like that. And then I will sew it onto the bodice part. We're going to sew the skirt to the bodice now. The dress is finished and I'm now going to do this, I don't know what you want to call it, maybe a mantle or a poncho. So my friend, sometimes she has to attend more formal things and then she's not allowed to show her shoulders. So she's going to wear this over the dress. So I need to overlock the seams because I give it an open seam and then put binding around the neck and then do the hem, and then this one is also finished. I've overlocked the seams and sewed it up and ironed them flat, and then I put binding around the neck, and now I'm just going to iron it flat because there is nothing like a crisp ironed neckline. I think it's one of the most beautiful things.